Get an update now from our colleague Annika Larsen, who's joining us live here at the Results Center. She's on the floor here in Pretoria. Morning, Annika.
Good morning to you. Yes, I just want to ask Simon, our cameraman, to give you a good view of the floor here, just below where you and the studio are. It's starting to get busy with a lot of party representatives coming here to have a look at the results board, the leaderboard, as the results are changing. We're about 20% of the way there in terms of the vote count, and several of the parties very unhappy with the way voting went yesterday, citing voting irregularities, and double voting seems to be one of the biggest issues. Now, there will be a meeting with the National Party Liaison Board and the IEC that takes place in that room over there, slightly, Simon, just to my right. That's a confidential meeting that happens in there with the IEC and the parties, where they will call possibly some of them for a full audit. And what they'll need to do in terms of the double voting issue is that they want to corroborate the zip-zap machine, the actual ballot paper, and the voters' roll, and check whether people have voted twice. I do have the election manager for the ANC, Mr. Mandla Dlamini, with me. Thank you so much, Mandla, for joining us. You're not as unhappy as some of the other parties are. You do have a few issues, however, but you said the IEC seems to be on board in terms of trying to sort those out.
Yeah, no, good morning. I think for now, ourselves from the ANC point of view, is that now we are happy about the way the process is taking place on the IEC. Then now we did discuss about the question of double voting. But what actually came out clearly is that now we won't be able to quantify and say how many people have voted wrongly or rightly. But the IEC had assured us from the PLC point of view to say, one is that now they'll be able to check if at all I go and vote, they'll scratch the ballot box. Not the ballot box, the voters roll, my name. But now if I vote somewhere else for the second time, therefore Section 24A, I must be able to sign it with my own ID. Then now the IEC will be able to look both, those side whether I was able now to vote twice. If now I vote twice, therefore it's a criminal act. So now the IEC in fact now and the police must be able to take the matter up. But at the present moment, it won't be able to delay the processes, because the process, as far as we see it, is being counted, everything that is happening. So now we're happy about the whole processes at the present moment.
If the DA or some of the other parties, such as the EFF, do approach the electoral court because they're not happy with the way the IEC has handled the matter, surely that'll mean a delay in results.
No, we did discuss it on the PLC yesterday. We are still going to be able to get a report from the commissions of the IEC, just to tell us exactly to say what are the things that now will be able to be done around them. So now we'll be able to discuss it around there, and then that's where we can be able to take a decision. But so far, the parties, they did raise their concern, and even the ANC did raise a concern about that one. It was even involving the question of the ink that was taking place around there, because everything that the way we see it, I think it derives from the ink. That is why I feel it happened like that. Plus, even the question of the zip machine that was not working, because the zip machine can be able to not work, but it didn't delay any process of the voting around there. So now we'll be able to have a 10 o'clock meeting with the IEC just to get exactly for now what is it that it is. They've discussed around there. But now we are very much confident that now the question of announcing the results, it won't be able to delay us.
I mean, maybe some of the other parties would say because you're probably going to be victorious, you have the least complaints. But if you look at yourself sitting here in 2014 at this time and now, how is the ANC looking?
No, we're confident. We're very, very much confident. Even now you can see we are the first party to reach 1 million. So now, and to all the provinces. Therefore, we are very much confident about the question of the outcome. Never mind, we have 48 parties that are standing, different types of parties around to all the provinces, but we are very much confident about that one too.
Just on the final result, when I spoke to some of the top six last week, they were predicting to me, off the record, a 57%. They were sort of hedging their bets on a 57% majority. Do you think that you could hit the 60% mark?
As far as we see it and the way the results are coming, then and the number of people that already voted and counted the ballot papers. Then now one is projecting to say for the IEC says the turnout is about 62% that is taking place. Therefore, if we check from the 26 million people that we have registered, therefore we are counting about 18 million. So now we are still in 2 million. Where actually now we've already started now, to count. I think in fact now, as far as I see it, we'll be able to surpass the question of 57%. We'll be able to go up and we'll retain all the provinces the way now it is. Then as far as one knows even about the question of Western Cape, I think we'll be able to do wonders around there in Western Cape too.
Gosh, okay, you're very confident. That's great. Thank you very much. Mandla Dlamini, election manager for the ANC here at the Results Centre. He's very happy. He thinks that the ANC, just judging from the numbers from 2014 and right now, he reckons that the ANC could hit that 60% mark. To the top 6 members last week, not as confident, saying they were probably looking at about 57%. And as you also heard, his prediction was a much lower voter turnout compared to 2014. But of course, that is a global trend, and there was the concern of the youth vote. And that meeting with the parties and the IEC to take place to my right in that glassed-off room at 10 o'clock.
Thank you very much.